It's April 1st and we're leaving for Wadi Rum. Good morning. Headed to Wadi Rum today to do sandboarding and stay in these glass dome huts. It's 2 days there and then our last 2 days at the Red Sea. So excited for another day. And our bus.
Sabaho. So not sabah al-khair, I'll teach you the shortened version. Sabaho. Sabaho is like you guys say morning.
Oh, okay.
Sabah al-khair is good morning.
Sabaho.
How was your night last night? Some people did go to the Petra by night, some people did go to the Turkish baths, and some people had some fun time in the bar.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw everything. So we're headed to Wadi Rum. It's 2.5 hours drive. We will keep climbing until we reach the highest peak in the country, and then we will descend to the Wadi Rum Desert, and that's where the name coming from. Wadi is valley. So in Wadi Rum, we will check in to the camp. It's a very, if not the best, it's then one of the best camps in Wadi Rum. Very nice spot. And by camp, you know, the outside of the rooms looks like tents, but from the inside is just as good as a hotel room. You have your own bathroom and it's very cool spot. And then you have like free time to spend around the camp. Tomorrow we will have our jeep tour sometime tomorrow, which we will decide later on. Further south to Jordan, I want to speak a little bit about the cultural difference that we have. Jordan, as small as it is, Jordan is a very small country. It's roughly the size of Indiana State. But yet the cultural difference between the north and the south, in fact, once you leave the capital city, Amman, 1 hour drive, you will have a whole different group of people. So I'm coming from the north of Jordan, where we are close to Syria. So in terms of looks, the way I look, the way I speak, my dialect, the way my tradition, everything about me, the way I dress, is similar to the people in Syria, similar to the Mediterranean region in general. So if we're speaking about Arab lineage, I'm not pure 100% Arab, because I'm more Mediterranean. So originally, 1400 years ago, the Arabs were only in Arabia, and this is not yet part of Arabia. When we are in Wadi Rum, that's the beginning of the Arabian Desert. So you will get to see that those people who live in Wadi Rum, they look different from us. They dress like Saudis to us. They sound like Saudis. In fact, they are just like half an hour drive from Saudi Arabia. And the cultural differences is just huge. When I started going there, I just couldn't understand the dialect that they spoke, although it was only 3 hours drive from Amman. So one of these cultural differences that is huge is that regarding the women issues. I've been going to Wadi Rum for like 9 years now, and I've never met a woman that actually lives in Wadi Rum. They're in a very, that's why I told you they're more like Saudis to us than they are Jordanians. They're very conservative societies, and these kind of things that you might heard of, like arranged marriage, polygamy also are still common there. So polygamy and arranged marriage is still a thing in this kind of country, even in the north, but it's very rare. By polygamy, I mean one man having more than one wife. This is what I mean by polygamy. By law, it's still permissible, and it's common in the south. In the north, it's becoming more, how do I say it, apprehensive. Like people are apprehensive about it. It's becoming a strange thing to do, but not in the south though. But the thing that I wanted to speak about is the arranged marriage. So if I've been going to Wadi Rum for 9 years and I've never met a woman, so it's a similar situation for the people who live in Wadi Rum. They don't really meet women, and then when they get married, it has to be arranged, especially among the big tribes. This is very common. Like, I am a leader of a tribe, then I like someone else was another leader of tribe, very powerful man. I'll go to him, I'll say like, I have a son, you have a daughter. Why don't we like bring the two families closer? And then neither the girl nor the boy will have a saying in it, both sides. In fact, their first meeting between the husband and the wife will be after they become husband and wife. That's their first ever meeting. He doesn't even know what does he look like.
Wow.
Because many of the women there, not only they cover the head, they cover the face as well, which is something that I will cover later on. So this is what we call the arranged marriage. Even where I'm coming from, like if we go to my grandmother's generation, this was also a thing. So I'll share the story of my family, and I'll try to give you like the facts in a neutral manner, and then you can have your own judgment on the issue. Yes, women are required to wear a head cover, but it's not a big deal. It's not like the way that they taught us. The woman who does not wear the hijab will not go to heaven. Of course, it's not like that. It's a very small thing in the Quran that's a recommendation to cover for modesty. The idea is not just to cover the head. The idea, generally speaking, of modesty, not just in dress, in the way that people treat. But here, Muslims, and this is one of the issues that I love to speak about, how much nowadays Islam is just different from the original Islam. Because in originally Islam, the biggest sin, or like one of the biggest sin, is judging people and messing with the people's free will. And this is exactly what they're doing nowadays by putting all this pressure, social pressure, on the women to wear this hijab. See the oppression issue, like when they see a woman with a hijab, they right away suspect that she's oppressed. But I want to let you know that most of the girls, they choose to do so. They have a choice, like my wife had a choice. It's not an easy choice to make, because the family will be like upset for a period of time. It might take them a long time to accept it, but then at the end of the day, it's her choice. So now we are at the highest peaks of the country. We are almost between 5,000 and 6,000. More than 6,000 feet above sea level, and then in 20-30 minutes we will start to go down until we are in Wadi Rum. I will let you know back then, and then I will speak a little bit about Wadi Rum. Sounds good? Now you can like relax a little bit. I'll give current king, His Majesty King Abdullah II, he got the throne from his father. So in Jordan, it's a hereditary monarchy. But when his father became a king, the previous king, the most famous of Jordanian kings, King Hussein, he became a king when he was 17. He didn't have a son, so he appointed his brother Hassan, Prince Hassan, to be the crown prince. So for 47 years during the reign of King Hussein, his brother was the crown prince, and that's where he lived now, because King Hussein, just 2 weeks before his death, he died because of cancer. 2 weeks before his death, he sacked his brother, who lives in this palace to the right now, and he gave the title, the crown prince, to his son, who is currently the current king. So this area to the right, when you look to the horizon, you see this lowlands. If it was a clear weather, we would have seen the mountains of Israel, the southern Israel. By the time we go to the Dead Sea, you will see, of course, the other bank of the Dead Sea is Israel. You will see it clear. But the lowland, what we saw, is a part of the Great Rift Valley, or the East African Valley. The same structure that you see in Tanzania and Kenya. It crosses the Red Sea from underneath the sea into this region, and the Dead Sea is the lowest point in that Rift Valley, also the lowest point on Earth, and then it
Stopped at a supermarket to use the restroom, and there's a gift shop in here. Nice, nice, nice. Wow, look at this, so pretty.
watermelon here in the summer and they eat the remaining stuff.
Have I been driven to Victorville?
We're here at Wadi Rum, so officially we are in the Arabian Desert. Soon we will get to the visitor center. I need to go down to register and get the tickets and arrange for the jeep tours. So unless you need to use the bathroom or if you want to come down and check the surroundings, you could stay at the bus. It will take me like 5 minutes to get the ticket and be back. Then this is how it's going to be. After we're done with the visitor center, we will drive to the parking lot of the camp. There the bus will drop us off. You need to take everything off the bus because the bus cannot reach the camp. The camp people, they will come with pickup trucks and pick us up to the camp, and then we're going to spend the next 2 nights camp. So when we get to the camp, there will be lunchtime. We will have lunch, and then you have the whole afternoon of free time. You can spend it on your own. And then tomorrow, after breakfast, somewhere around noon time, we will have our jeep tour. Some pickup trucks that will take us around the desert. There will be like some cool stops to take pictures and just have fun in the desert before you go back to the camp. And then again, have that afternoon of free time. So we're arriving at the visitor center. If you need to go use the bathroom, you can come down with me.
It's almost 2 o'clock. We left, I don't even remember anymore, Petra to drive out here to the desert to stay in these cool domes. It's going to be a starry night tonight in the Arabian Desert. This is the before they put it in the ground.
Here,
Ooh, hot.
and after sewing up.
Wow, that's cool. Thank you.
5 hours, but then it's ready.
5 hours and then it'll be ready.
So you're putting it in now?
Yeah.
So they covered up that food that they're cooking, and they're gonna uncover it at 6:15. We're gonna hike up this hill now to the top where the girls are at. Oh my gosh, they're way up there. Only 173 feet of elevation in 0.2 miles, so it's not that difficult. The difficult part will be going downhill.
I'm on the edge of glory. Something, something, something. This is a pretty view. What?
Yeah, I would stay on this side. It's less sandy. That's how I went up. And then stay close to the, yeah, so you have something to hold on to. Good job. We made it to the top. And now we're headed down. That canyon wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. Callie took some of the video off the side of the cliff for me because I'm afraid of heights. Hi. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you, we caught you. Thank you so much. Here's our table of 22. It smells so delicious in here. This is such a beautiful room. Look at the smaller tables. Wow. Wow.